This is my audience. If you had to pick the class you learned the most from in high school, which would you choose? You might think it would be the one that taught you how the body works, or maybe the one that expanded on reading and writing. As students, it's important to realize that not only will you soon take the responsibility of voting and making your voice known, but also realizing that the people you vote for will directly impact your future. I took a government class during my senior year of high school, and I can say that I learned the most about real-world experiences and the importance of democracy from that class. I think it is very important to know how the government works and what it affects before using your right to vote. A high school government class is one of the most important classes a student should take, as it prepares them with knowledge of civil history, helps them form their own opinions about societal issues, and encourages active participation in American democracy. This class teaches basic knowledge that everyone should know, allows for decision-making on controversial current topics, and makes using your right to vote seem like a privilege for encouragement. Most voters are severely uneducated when it comes to government, so taking a government class can help give basic but essential knowledge about how the government works and what all goes into the political system to make it work. Penn Today conducted a civic study on how well Americans know basic government standards and found that only 5% of Americans could name all rights granted by the First Amendment, compared to the overwhelming 66% that can name one or more. This shows that most Americans lack critical knowledge of our government, and requiring this class could solve some of these problems. Without guaranteed information, it is very easy to be fooled into believing something that is not true, which can sway votes or just reduce participation due to confusion, says Edu Tarrad in the article Educating Future Voters. Government classes help shape civic literacy, making sure students have a basic understanding of what it does and how it works. Building on understanding government, students can then start to become more serious and form their own fact-based opinions on what they think is right or wrong, instead of just being persuaded by what other people tell them is right. Government classes usually require independent analysis, research, and maybe even debating or persuading someone on a certain civil topic. These all encourage decision-making and active participation, two of the main concepts of voting. The AP US Government College Board course says that their course encourages citizens to defend, preserve, and protect rights and liberties. This makes them responsible and knowledgeable for their upcoming duty of voting. Classes like this encourage students to think and question things before making an opinion, which will make for informed voters who do not just listen to everything the media tells them, and instead will form opinions based on facts and analysis. Facts are very important today as the nation is so polarized, and these classes would allow accountability to start before it has to be learned the hard way. Most importantly, government classes teach the importance of civil engagement and allow students to put that into practice before they are called to vote. Casey School of Public Policy says that students must feel empowered to be confident in their decision-making, especially in a field with so many misconceptions. The best way to feel empowered? Be knowledgeable about the topic. Most people find themselves not voting because they are simply unaware of the importance or feel like they are being tricked, which they usually are being. But when young adults are reassured that they can be confident in their opinions and they will make a difference, they become more encouraged to act. It is also very easy to dim this down into small, active participation things that aren't that serious, but feel important to the student. My school did a mock election where we let all students cast their votes to see which candidate was more popular for our school. We also had to research specific causes and share our opinions with the class, allowing for small acts of participation. Peak tutoring states that active participation will establish advocacy for what they believe in, increasing involvement. Ultimately, the knowledge that comes from this course is essential in engaging smart, passionate citizens who care about the changes that they can make in society. In conclusion, a government class should be seen as a priority for all students, as it is fundamental to hear their role in society. A high school government class establishes essential knowledge, allows for decision-making, and calls for active participation, all of which matter the most to American democracy. If you were able to take a government class in high school, think back on what you learned and the importance of it all. If not, It may be time to study the importance of fundamental knowledge before making important decisions. As a student who took a government class in the weeks leading up to the 2024 election, I can attest that I learned the most universal, long-lasting knowledge from that class. So, remember, when making decisions about the government, be sure to verify what you believe in first. After all, your opinion does matter the most. And this is my audience again.